Yeah, that'll do. G'day everyone, Woody again. Hard at it, at the desk. I hate sitting at a desk. Hey listen, just want to take a couple of minutes to share something with you. I reckon I've been really fortunate over the last 15 to 20 years because since I started visiting workplaces and sharing my story, I've actually seen some of the things that workplaces do that work, and also some of the things that I think don't work when it comes to safety. Now, I reckon one of the most effective ways of sharing safety information are by holding regular toolbox talks. Now, I've been to workplaces where I've been part of a toolbox talk. They've used my story to reinforce some of the issues that they're having on their site. There's a couple of tips that I want to share with you though when it comes to running and holding an effective toolbox talk. I think the first thing is it has to be delivered in a way that is not too technical. Speak to the guys and the girls the way that they speak to you. You know, keep it simple. Stupid is something that some people use. Just deliver the information in an interesting way if you can. You know, maybe use a few stories, crack a couple of jokes. But, you know, if you can keep their attention, you're going to have a lot more success in that information sinking in. Deliver it in a comfortable environment. You know, use a training room, or, you know, somewhere that they're not going to be, you know, shivering cold or boiling hot. The environment's important as well. And try and encourage a little bit of interaction. I find that when I visit a workplace and share my story, you know, if I can have a two-way conversation, the information that I'm trying to get across tends to sink in a little bit better. So they're just a couple of things that I would ask you to keep in mind when you run any sort of toolbox talk. Now, over the last 20 years, I've probably seen a few topics that I believe are the five most talked about topics in a toolbox talk. I think number one would be fatigue and fatigue management. Understanding when you're tired and how to cope with some of the ways that fatigue can affect your performance at work. Another really common one is eye protection. You know, it's a simple thing to wear a pair of safety glasses. You know, the only job that safety glasses do is to stop shit from getting in your eyes. You know, you get something in your eyes and you're going to go blind or not be able to see. So that's another one. Another one that I reckon is really important is near-miss reporting. You know, before I got hurt, I'd be out working by myself and I'd have a near-miss. And I might even be working with a group of other people. And we'd all sort of look at each other and go, oh shit, that was lucky. But we wouldn't actually do anything about it. And we wouldn't tell our boss or our supervisor. So I'd encourage you to have a toolbox talk about near misses and try and encourage your people to report them, because it's the only way you're going to be able to do something to stop it from happening again. Complacency, that's another one that comes up quite a bit in toolbox talks. You know, a lot of people, they do the same job day in, day out. And they might not do that job just once. They might do it 10 or 15 or 20 times. Now, sure, we start off in the morning, you know, we do the right thing, do our pre-starts or our take fives, you know, but by the end of the day, that complacency sets in and you go, you know what, I've done this 20 times already today. You know, I've only got a couple of more times to do it and I'm not going to do a take five. Or, you know, that complacency sets in and we get hurt. And I think the other one, and this is a bit of a touchy subject for a toolbox talk, is drug and alcohol impacts. You know, look, I'll be honest with you, I love a beer, you know, and sometimes I love more than one beer. But, you know, that does impact on my ability to do things that day, or the next day even. So maybe if you can hold a toolbox talk on drugs and alcohol, and just try and get people to understand how those things can impact on our performance at work. Anyhow, they're probably my top 5 Toolbox Talk topics. Jump on my website. There's a couple of blogs on each of those individual topics. Feel free to use that information or anything else that's on my website, by the way. Anyhow, I'm Woody. Stay safe, Australia.